Hello and welcome back to VMTV. My name is Kyle Dimond. My guest for this episode is Simeon Smooth Powell. Of course, he has been competing over on the PFL's Challenger Series. He's 2-0 over there and picked up an incredible knee knockout. If you haven't seen it, we posted it all over our socials, but definitely go check it out. It was incredible. We talked about him signing with the PFL and fighting over there in his 5th pro fight after fighting on regional shows, which is incredible. His experience fighting with the PFL, the long-term plans with the PFL, all that good stuff, and a little bit about a legend of the game, Mr. Paul Daley, in there as well. Without further ado, smooth Simeon Powell. Congratulations, mate, first of all, for the run so far in PFL. It's been incredible, but that knee was so brilliant to watch. Like, I thought the performance was really good up to that point, but it's one of those things where you put the seal on it. Like, how happy were you with the finish?
No, that was great. That's like, it was perfect. It was a perfect ending to the 2 weeks I had out there. So it was perfect, really. And it was just it got the attention of many Americans. So that's what I wanted.
How have you found it so far fighting on the PFL?
Good. Like, it's been like, obviously I've been fighting local shows in the UK, and then I was put in PFL in Orlando, and it's been crazy. The experience has been mad. Like, the setup in the arenas has just been different. What I do miss though is the energy in the crowd. Like, so I haven't had the chance to fight with a big crowd in the PFL yet, but that's what I really miss. Like, at home I can get a big crowd in behind me, but apart from that, it's been amazing. I can't lie.
I mean, it's absolutely crazy that like it's happening more and more now, especially I feel like this year. But guys from the UK who, for ages, there was such like a set in stone way of how to make it to a big promotion, and now you've got companies like the PFL, like you said, fighting on regional shows. And then was it your 5th pro fight you had in the PFL?
5th, yeah, that was it.
Which is crazy to go from regional to the PFL on your 5th fight. Like,
I haven't been pro a year yet.
That is crazy.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. But I think it's down to what I done last year, where I had like the 5 fights in 5 months, like, and I just kept, they were all first round finishes, and I really made a statement. So that's what made me get the opportunities. I was active as hell last year. Then the opportunities came. So yeah, that's why it is mad though still that I haven't even been pro a year, and I've got these opportunities, but I'm taking everything.
That's mental. What was your reaction when the PFL first reached out about having you over?
So yeah, one of my coaches, Ash, he called me and he was like, "I've got an opportunity for you." I was like, "Go on." And he was like, "Yeah, the PFL are doing this Challenger series." I was like, "Yes, because I had, at this point where he called me, I had a load of options, right? I had like other promotions that I could have gone to, but when I found out the PFL, because I've always I like their model, I like how they kept their fighters active, I like the pace, like the pay's good. So he called me, I was like, "Yeah, I'm jumping on this one."
I know that you said that you liked the way they did things anyway, but had you had a chance to watch most of their stuff? Because I mean, it's been good and it's been getting, I feel like the most important thing is it's been getting better every year.
Yeah, it's 100% getting better every year. I watched a bit of your last year's stuff, but yeah, this year I think they're going to the next level. Like, the arena that I fought in was crazy.
It must be great as well because it's on UK TV now. So you've joined at like the perfect time. Like,
exactly, that is big. I didn't know that at the time as well. So obviously they're looking for UK fighters. So you might see more UK fighters on PFL in the near future for sure.
Yeah. Is there any? Have the PFL communicated with you any plans going forward? I know that you've been, like you said, you've been extremely active and it's all happened so fast. So I guess it's very much just like take it fight by fight because it's been crazy so far. But is there any long-term plans with the PFL?
So yeah, so basically, there's plans of them coming over here soon, real soon. So I'm not too sure about the specific dates, but they should be coming over to London real soon, and I'll definitely be on that card because it only makes sense, right? So yeah, so I'll be on one of those cards in the near future. But I think regarding next year, I think they've got big plans for me. So hopefully I get another fight after this next one, and then yeah, next year we'll talk, and hopefully if it's the $1 million tournament or if they've got other plans, they're gonna keep me active. So that's all I want.
Is there a particular fighter so far that you've been keeping an eye on in the PFL with like guys you've been enjoying? Because like I said, it's getting better every year. Like their rosters get better every year as well as the fighters themselves.
That's a good question. Like, I don't. To be fair, I'm not really watching anyone. I'm only watching people in my division. To be truly honest with you, like I'm just keeping a good watch about like what they're about and what they can bring to the table, and their strengths and weaknesses and stuff like that. So I'm only focusing on my division, but I've seen a couple fights here and there, and there's impressive guys, but yeah. Specifically, I couldn't give you a name. Yeah,
that's fair. We spoke just before we started recording about Paul Daley, a guy you've trained with once before in the past, but keep in contact with. Obviously, he's fighting for the last time, supposedly, this Friday at Bellator London.
Legend.
Which I mean, we're gonna do a live Twitter Spaces for, and it's just going to be weird to think of it being Paul Daley's last ever fight. So, how did you first get into contact with Paul, and how come you've stayed in touch, really?
So, obviously, we got the same conditioning coach, the mad scientist, Sonny. That's what we call him, the mad scientist. Like his conditioning program is brutal, and obviously he's done that system for his whole majority of his career, and now I train with him as well, and Sonny put us in contact with each other, and yeah, we can relate to each other because he's originally from an area close to where I grew up, and yeah, we've just got similar backgrounds. He's got a Jamaican background, and I guess he's just seen a lot of, I don't want to say he's seen a lot of him in me, but like we've got a lot of things to relate to. Do you know what I mean? But he's giving me a lot of advice. He's putting me in the right direction, and like he's always checking in on me. So yeah, he's a great guy, man. It's like he's just a legend of the game, isn't it?
Finally, mate. We're doing a thing with MMA Play 365, which is to do with betting and stuff. So I wanted to get your picks for the co-main event and main event of UFC London, and we'll clip it up and put it in a thing. What do you think about Till Hermanson and Aspinall Blades?
Oh, I'm going Aspinall. I'm going Aspinall round 2 knockout. Yeah, Aspinall, and then I'm going Till. It's a tough fight. I'm gonna go Till decision. I reckon it's a decision. Yeah, if he can keep Hermanson off him in the grappling exchanges, then I reckon he will win decision or knock him out. So yeah. Till and Aspinall.
I'm interested about the Aspinall one because I think that one is again is a really tough one. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Obviously, I'm gonna pick Tom in that one, but yeah, that's a tough one.
It's a tough fight, but I think Tom has his wrestling is good enough to keep Blades off, but I think Aspinall has the superior boxing. So we'll see. It'll be a good fight, but I think Tom gets that. Definitely.
Sweet. Thank you so much for your time, man. We'll definitely have you back on soon. Hopefully, so we can talk about $1 million on the line.
I see it, man. 100%.
Cool, man. Have a good rest of your day. I'll catch you in a bit.
You too, man.
Sweet, bro. Thank you for checking out this episode with myself and, of course, Smooth Simeon Powell. Cannot wait to see what big things are going to come from him and the PFL in regards to our audience. Hopefully some good things on the cards. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe so you don't miss any more of our interviews, including VMTV Vaults, but also some of this stuff with the PFL. And I'll catch you on the next one, guys, in a bit.